Well, let me hear quickly what go on with the general lesson. Let me hear this because the one I look
is that it represents a worrying trend. Our concern with this transaction is that it represents a worrying trend of this government's over-reliance on the sale of assets that generate future cash flows to fund current budgetary activities. This follows on the heels of last year's sale of 12 years of future revenues from the Norman Manley International Airport to fund the budget for the fiscal year 2024-2025. This is asking his boss for an upfront advance of 12 years of his future salary to pay his current bills. The over-reliance on securitization transactions reflects the absence of any clear growth strategy, as evidenced by the government's own projections of 1% growth per annum for the next 4 financial years. We are also concerned that these securitization transactions create a contingent liability for the government, where if revenues from the airports fall below a certain threshold, the government will be required to step in and top up the difference.
when them did borrow the money and give you the 20,000. Well, look on what go on there, so 61 billion to be raised from future, you know, Mobile airport revenue. You see, in any business, if you go borrow from future revenue, you have to make sure you say that money they go turn over some money. Cause remember say that money they could have used to something in the future, you know. So if you know, if you go borrow the money, that it would make sense. You don't give it away. You're gonna invest it into something. You understand? I'm just saying. So, wow. Boy, a lot is going on here, man. A lot is going on. What going on? So, teacher charged for after alleged from his parents. What?
But you see, people who have never had to take the public transportation system to go to school wouldn't understand. I've spent the last 9 years trying to figure out how can we get a proper school bus system for our children.
People that can hear me. The man say them spend the last 9 years I figure out how to put a proper school bus system for the children. They now have the ideas and 9 years to take them. 9 years? Don't play it again, cause I don't know if I does me. You have to listen good enough. Listen to this.
We have spent the last 9 years trying to figure out how can we get a proper school bus system for our children.
You know, so I'm convinced that them pay people for going to a country club. No, last some. Sorry. Yo, they not easy. No, big man thing. Yo, we feel like say them put people in a country club. Where man say a while ago for them clap a while ago. And when they talk, people say a bad man. We just try to show say the people are sheep. They just follow. They not listen to what man say, you know? And they not scrutinize, you know. They just hear you say something and they go, yeah! As a country, we need to come out of this mentality. We need to come out of this culture. full-time people and wise up. Sharon, what you deal with? You not hear this?
But you see, people who have never had to take the public school bus, or rather the public transportation system to go to school, wouldn't understand.
So, Andrew, you talk about the small majority of people, because rich people pick me alone, not take public transportation for go to school, you know. I just want to make you know that. So, who you talk to are uptown people alone, you don't talk to when you say that. Every other regular Jamaican know what it is to take the school bus. Unless the parents really don't have the money and will walk to school sometime, that happens. So, who you talk about? Who you talk to? I don't understand. They wouldn't, the people that didn't take the school bus when they wouldn't understand. You not say nothing, brother. Obviously, they not gonna understand, but I want small amount of Jamaica that I other part of Jamaica discuss the school bus, you know, you want them to actually go up on the school bus. And we talk about it. We don't come from no, we don't understand. What am I say? Yo, that's yo, brother.
Don't understand it. You know, I had to take the bus and taxi to school.
Yo, the man make this about him, you know. I had to take the bus and taxi to school. You might try to forget that little thing though, when come back down to we. Hey man, hey, him body though. I will write in speech them. But him and body.
When I couldn't, I walked to school. If you see why I'm maintained, you know why I keep my belly flat and because I never had an easy life. So I understand I had to stand up at bus stop and wait and taxi pass and say, no, you can't come into this. So we have spent the last 9 years figuring out how can we do this in an economical way. But
economical way? Economical? 27 million for them the whole bus, that economical? So 9 years you take to figure how we're not going to do it economical and then you don't do it economical? No, sir. It's stress out. It's stress right out. You know, like. That one I lit me for 6. That one I lit me for 6.
More so, how can we do it in a way that protects our children?
So, the school bus, the rural school bus program, the PMP they roll out, that I just learned about today. They had police and soldiers working with them. So, you're telling me that that wasn't a safe system? Was there any incidents hearing from the students that actually took that bus system? You know, it was safe and they felt good going to school. So I don't understand.
I mean, it's one thing to talk about the economics. It's another thing to talk about the defense of the mores of the society, the morality and values that are constantly under assault.
What does morality and value have to do with the bus system? Who wrote his speech? What's up, Dana? Dwayne, what's up, Dwayne Hutchinson? Big up. Who wrote his speech? Wow, I don't get it. I don't get it.
With our children in public passenger transport. That is invaluable. You can't put a price on that.
Oh, so you guys was figuring out a way how to get an economical bus system, but you throw the economics out the window because you don't want to put a price on keeping the morality and the dignity of the students. That is your argument. It's an emotional argument, but you're telling me you couldn't do it economically and still maintain their all of the things that you said, their morality and dignity and their safety. You're telling me that this way that you guys did, buying old buses for your average of $27.7 million was the only way. This was the best way. That's what they want to tell us. Wow. Yo.
That is why we opted for this modality. And every Jamaican should support this.
We sensible ones will not. We have to investigate this. And you see, it's funny, you know. I know he has heard all the news that came out from Andre and all the other vloggers. And he still comes out. These people have no shame. They have no shame.
Almost every month.
We say, Rowan, emotional damage. Well, I'm gonna play. Damn, my soundboard not working. Damn. You hear that? Boom. It not work. There's a shorts in the card. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know what's going on with it.
Modern country, every democracy, that's what they do. They understand the challenges that children would face if they have to.
That's not what they do. The other countries don't buy old buses, retired buses. Them don't do that. Them buy new bus. Them don't buy old bus. Stop it. They don't do that. What left we gonna buy?
Compete in public transportation. So they have a parallel but separate transportation system that is more attuned to schools and the maintenance of discipline. You know, you can't expect the public transportation system to have to run on the schedule of schools, to maintain certain standards in what is played and what is said. So we have a parallel system that is going to be structured.
Andrew, you see, problem we have with that is that there was a rural bus system that did all that you're saying. All it needed to be done was expanded. They used the taxi men and they used the coasters. The highest truck, them, he used all of them. They used all of them. They had the police involved. There was a memorandum that the drivers had to sign. All of this. So I don't understand what you mean. What you mean? Brother, General.
And rolled out in a democratic way. We're not going to force it on anyone. If people say they don't want it, it doesn't make sense. Give it to somebody else who wants it. So it's a collaborative system. So we have spent the last 9 years working it out. So whatever we deliver, we're not delivering you a concept or a test. We're delivering you something that has endurance. It will last and it will solve the problem.
So, who believe him? I just that more acts. These old buses will last and it will solve the problem. Alright? You mean, like the 3 STEM schools and where you say I go build? I don't trust you. Like the 100-day promise and that has not been fulfilled, I don't trust you. I could go down a litany of reasons why I don't trust not a word coming out of your mouth. But that's just me. I want to hear from you guys. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear from you guys. What is this? What did we just listen to? And they clap.
So for
2 people. What? Oh, you are the culprit. Are you run a back and make nice? You by yourself. Okay. What's your name? What your name? Oddly. I think it's Oddly something, you know. I don't remember his name, you know, man. Somebody tell me his name in the chat. I don't remember this guy's name. I mean, run there clapping all or something. You see him though?
Oh, it would never happen.
Him alone around there clap.
No.
What do you mean it would never happen, brother? I'm saying all you guys needed to do was to expand the previous school bus system. Use the same, just like with PMP said. Them did do it already, it work. But then all school bus and not work, my general. Too much maintenance money. Not work. And our tax dollars are spent. And then I be a whole bus and all that. Can't bother, man. That's foolishness. That's foolishness. Pure foolishness. Anyway, ministry rejects claims increase fees on the new digital vehicle registration policy. People might worry about. You might worry about if you pay more money. Hey, why I say go? You always find a way, you know. It's either one new tax coming in or inflation go up, but some way you gotta get rid of them. You understand? People let me know what you think about that in the comment section, see?